Earlier seasons, there seemed to be a bit of a reserve. There seemed to be a bit of a, I'm going to sit back, I'm going to listen, I'm going to see. But this season, it seems like you've really kind of ramped it up. What is it that broke you out of your shell a bit? Or at least whatever you would call it.
So you have someone radical like Trésor. Trésor, when he comes in, he has some radical views at times. That gets people thinking that Congolese men are mad. There was time where I wanted to give up a lot of stuff that I was doing. For example, the Miss Congo and Congo Independence. I had an event by Congolese about Bunda. And I spent a lot of money, I lost a lot of money at that event. But you know what got me going? I had 2 messages from Bana Mikie Ona Yebite. Ya Frank continue comme ça, ma mosalaka ou inspire à biso. For me, it was a, if I give up, one message I'm sending to
It's Nissy T, and I am very excited to be here today because I am here at Solola Bière Extra, and I'm going to be talking to some of your very, very favorite people. So listen, to everyone, I want to tell you right now, grab a drink, grab a snack, because this really is Solola Bière Extra. And starting things off, I am sat down with the one, the only, the legendary Francos.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm great, Nissy. Nice to have you here.
Listen, I am so excited to be here, to be in the presence of all you gems and stars. It's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming.
Exactly.
How's everything going? How have you been?
Things are great. Things are great. Been busy working. You know, we had the whole coronavirus issues. Now we're back trying to, you know, get back to work. We're renovating our studio.
Nice.
As you know, we have a studio here in London. So we're renovating the studio to get things back up and trying to get the business running again, because everything's been off for the last 4 months.
Yeah. Before we even go into that, let's actually let people get a little bit of an insight into who you are, because we see you on the show and we have a lot to talk about. But first, just in case people don't really know what you do, they don't know the behind the scenes, who is Francos and what does he do?
Francos is an entrepreneur.
Okay.
I own a media company, which is Voice of Congo.
Okay.
We're based in the UK, but we also have people working for us in Congo.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's me basically in a nutshell.
Yeah.
And I also do community activity. I'm an organizer of the Mr. and Miss Congo UK, which we've been doing in the last 10 years. So last year, I think it was this year, we did that, we celebrated our 10th year.
Yeah.
And apart from that, I'm also an activist. I've been doing a lot of activity in regard to what's happening back home in terms of lobbying and helping people in need back home.
Yeah. Well, aside from the activist start, listen, let me just tell the people right now, this guy, Azamutambongo, you don't know. You've got Voice of Congo going on. You've got, are you not, also, there's a number of other things as well that you've been doing, like podcasting that you said you wanted to start.
We start in the podcasting very soon. I do.
This guy, listen, just receive the blessing. Why are you
I get a blessing.
Why are you repelling?
I received the blessing, but I don't want to give people the image.
Hello.
But yeah, so I do Voice of Congo. We also have a wedding page. I think one of the biggest wedding page in Instagram, which is Wedding Digest Congo.
Amazing.
We have a few pages that we manage as well.
Okay.
So with the Voice of Congo, we do that on the side. We have the wedding page, and at the moment we want to start a lot of shows. We have the podcasting we're starting very soon. We're also going to be having talk show about weddings, like relationships and stuff.
Nice.
And that's going to be with Wedding Digest. So there's a lot of stuff in the pipeline that we're trying to structure properly, because we don't want to start something and stop. So we want to start so at the moment we've been preparing for that. And I wanted to thank Voice of Congo, because we did the fundraising stuff. Yeah. And we had a bit of fund from that. Like we had people giving us almost £1,000, and that has helped us in terms of renovation at studio, Makambunyoso, and they keep supporting. And I have 2 shows as well that kind of popping on Instagram. We have a relationship show that we do every Tuesday, where we talk about every other issue that happens in the relationship. And we have a lot of people that tune in, but one of our most famous ones is Insta dating. Okay. And that's like a innovation, I would say, in the Congolese community, that people are coming online to date.
To match.
So we've been matching people, and I think so far I've matched about 6 relationships or more.
Okay. And so wait, quick question. So what then happens if, God forbid, but it ends in disaster? What
we do is when they get together, is their responsibility.
Right.
Because why do I always make sure that when people come on live, I pay sa personality na bango, their identity. I ask them hard questions to sort of reveal what type of character they are to the audience start watching. So if you're interested, you see that this person is displaying in terms of my response, so pay sa display my character more, my personality more interesting.
Right.
Then you go on the DM. Then you carry on talking to the person. And after having the conversation with that person for a short bit of time, you'll be able to know yourself. You're more for you back. Like I'll give you an example. I won't say no name because I had a case. There was a girl, she was here in Europe. I won't say a country for here, but and then there was a guy in Congo. I won't say the actual ville for here, but they got on so well.
Right.
Like when I mean they got on so well. The girl, I say, Pelagi na mobile. Because the boy in Congo is something as a stable, he has his own business and everything else.
Nice, okay.
But because the boy was so serious with the relationship.
Right.
Like, vraiment sérieux. A comment contacter famille na poto ba kendo kuta na fi. I think it was after 3 weeks. Ba kendo ta na kuta na fi moi si mo boy na hosola ne bokuta no ta ndenge nya azali.
Okay.
And then get back to me.
Which is smart because you don't want anyone catfishing you.
And then the guy, when they were having a conversation, the guy akuza abisi moi si ndenge zawana ngana za pre ya kubanda ko voyager pour tena ya katokuta na ka every now and then.
Wow, okay.
Because I want to build this relationship. I like na sepela na yondo because there was the girl that came on the live.
Right.
And the guy liked what the girl said, and the boy when he came, the girl also liked. So when they were talking, I mean na ya pena meka ko yeba. So they got together.
Right.
They started to talk for a couple of weeks, and then after that, it's like Mobulu.
Oh Lord.
And then when it's like Mobulu, because the girl got scared, she was like, I don't want to do this long distance thing. I'm not really sure.
Okay.
And the boy, look at Lingaki Mwasina Makasi. I zonga nga pananga parce que nga mukolo show. Yeah, Frank.
Right.
I intervened. And I intervened. I was on the phone with the girl for a long time. I spoke to her, gave her some wise words, and I made her think. I said to her, "Même na poto amibala seriba sila."
Right. Okay, so tell me. In short, did they stay together or not?
They go back.
So they're together now.
Now they go back.
So you've done something
I've
good
done
there.
something good.
You've built a relationship.
Exactly. I even have another one. I know them, and now they're really taking this proper step forward.
Taking it seriously.
To really go towards marriage. So
wow.
the Insta dating thing is actually working.
Yeah.
So the next step is to now take it to the physical.
Right.
Where we'll start organizing small events.
Right.
And bringing people together, 20, 30, 50 people.
Right.
To allow them to get to know each other.
So clearly you've got a lot going on at the moment.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on at the moment. But one of the things that a lot of people know you for is your space as a panelist on Solo Lab.
Yeah.
So first things first, I need to bring it straight back because it seems like during this later season, you have really, I guess, come out of your shell. It seems like you've been a bit more vocal.
I come out of my shell.
Yes, let's be real. Let's call it what it is. A spade is a spade. I would definitely say from earlier seasons, there seemed to be a bit of a reserve. There seemed to be a bit of a, I'm going to sit back, I'm going to listen, I'm going to see. But this season, it seems like you've really kind of ramped it up. What is it that broke you out of your shell a bit? Or at least whatever you would call it.
I wouldn't say I was in my shell.
Right.
For me to come out.
I would just say that not necessarily in your shell, but you were just a bit more, I'm going to listen, I'm going to analyze the space, and I'm going to see how I'm going to respond. Whereas now it seems a bit more, you seem a bit more.
I was trying to give a balanced opinion, I would say. Like the first season, obviously you have someone radical like Trésor. And Trésor, when he comes in, he has some radical views at times. That gets people thinking that Congolese men are mad.
Right.
And I'm a Congolese man in the panel.
Right.
I also have to give a balanced view for people to understand that not every Congolese man think the same.
Very true.
You understand? But I think this season, it's not that I've changed my position, but I think I've become a bit more vocal in terms of, because last season, I used to let a lot of things pass. Like Gladys will come out with statement, and because I wasn't given enough time sometime because of the number of the people we used to have in the panel, so I wasn't able to express my view in terms of the way I wanted to express it. But this season, we have, I think, 6 people maximum in the panel, so which means we have enough time for us to express ourselves.
Okay.
So now I'm coming on a bit more hard, but if you look at it really and truly, I'm still keeping the same position. But I went on keeping people accountable for the acts, because that's what I wanted to make sure that when they watch this show, they understand I'm telling people to be accountable for your behavior.
Well, talking of accountability, let's actually talk about that, because you have a slogan that you use
I
all the
have
time. I think you've got a little something for us. So it's been made into t-shirts, right? And so tell us a little bit about this slogan. Right, which will basically translate your choices, your consequences,
so
right?
I'm a firm believer on being very accountable and responsible for your own choice. Like, even when you watch motivational speaker, people that want to be successful, they always say, take 100% responsibility of everything that happens to you. Donc, soit 100% responsabilité à ma cambouignon, c'est ça la bon maintenant. Because the choice that we make today, like it or not, is going to impact the way we live tomorrow. Donc, choix, on a biso, on a traduction, choix auto ça là que tu dois aller là. Lobby et quoi impacter qu'on vivre en biso à lobby. And sometimes when you watch Solo Bien, you tend to see people tend to throw blame on each other. Oh, but we tend to forget que biso moko batu to saka responsable na makambo to salaka. Before someone does something to me, I have to give that person access. Even the relationship we get into.
Right.
You make the decision on côté na relation en mutu.
Right.
Là on sali by decision no one was there. Mais ce qui conséquence c'est quoi il lobby. You also have to stand up and say everything started the day. Despite everything else that came after, but everything started the day I made the decision, I made the choice to get into that relationship. But a lot of people tend to run away from it. I'll give you an example. We had a show here, exactly, je pense they were talking about if you have 3 children with 3 different baby father, and bokabwena bango, like you go and have a 4th one. I would describe as muta sérieux. Are you serious?
Right.
The women straight away, they said, for the men, they said, if a man does that, a man is not a serious man. But for the women, they say, oh, you have to understand because of circumstantial.
Okay, right.
I was like, this is where we're going wrong.
Okay.
Because if you hold in a man accountable, but about the man is not serious, you have to bring the same energy to the woman. She's not serious. I said it. The first time when you make the mistake, we can understand it might be a mistake, it might be this.
But
the second time, we can start questioning your judgment. We say, okay, if you keep making the same mistake, there must be something wrong with the way you see things or the way you're judging things.
Right.
If the third time it happens again, then we can say, no, this is not, this is an issue now.
But this is the thing, right? I don't even want to interrupt you, but
Yeah.
the whole point of the show anyway is supposed to be real conversations, real life, you know, being able to debate, having differences of opinions, but ultimately trying to show what is a true representation of the Congolese community.
Exactly.
And the Congolese community is very diverse. We know that. The Congolese community, not everyone thinks the same way. Not every Congolese person is going to do things the same way. So is it for yourself or for somebody else to tell somebody how they should be responding to a situation?
I wouldn't say it's for myself or is for someone else to tell somebody. It's not us.
Right.
Everyone has the choice to do whatever they want to do in their life. That's why I said, but consequence na yo. But what we're trying to do in the show is to influence Batu, basta la bashwa oyo, it was la bien pour na bango. Because we all here in the panel have some type of experience. We know what's good, what's bad. Even with your own sibling, you can have a sibling who's totally different to you.
Right.
You can advise them. They don't even listen. They're going to do their own things. But you won't even know that they're from the same family.
Right.
That's one point. So with that, we're trying to advise people to say, okay, listen, from my experience, I've done some things and I realized after it wasn't good. And if I'm seeing you go in that direction, I have the right to say, okay, I'll advise you, but the final choice, the final decision is on you. And
yourself.
When you make that decision, Zalape bold enough to stand up when the consequences start coming. No, that's what we're trying to do in the show. So when we're talking about having this type of conversation, and we're talking about in the show, it's not to tell you we're trying to influence, because our community, there's a lot of negativity. We want our community to prosper.
So let's talk about that for a second, because I feel like a lot of the times with Congolese people, and this is maybe a narrative that maybe we should also be very mindful of.
Exactly.
But we always come back to this point of, you know, oh, Congolese people, they're
I don't believe in that.
negative, they're this, they're that. And so you've rightly said, you know, you don't believe in that.
I don't believe in that. I
But then a
believe
second ago, you
No, I
just said that
there's a lot of negativity.
There's a lot of negativity.
There's a lot of negativity.
So, right.
But
So
there's
my-
also positivity.
Right, exactly.
The positivity is people like yourself.
And this is
coming
what
out
I
from
was
the
going to
community,
say.
for
So
example.
what would you then say then we should be encouraging? Like, you know, someone that maybe has never even watched Solola Bien before. They
Yeah.
don't even know what it is about. But
Yeah.
today, they're Congolese. They said, Dominica Franco Savandanisi, let's just watch it and see what happens. What would you say to them then so that we can, like you said, make those better choices? What would you say to encourage them to go into a more positive route rather than the negative?
That's a big question.
Don't worry, take your time. Have a think. Have a think.
And in order to encourage people, I think, because when you look at most of the critics,
Right.
they go towards some of the stuff that us Congolese tend to spend a lot of time on. We spend a lot of time on nonsense. Like, we have to be honest with ourselves. We spend a lot of time on nonsense, things that don't build ourselves. Like, things that don't build us.
Yeah.
To spend that time, like,
Right.
So in order to encourage, we need to encourage the business people, for example, those that are into business, striving and trying, but also about business about malamu, and they're ready to listen to feedback. Because sometimes us Congolese businesses, we don't like to listen to negative feedback. So when person negative feedback,
Right.
When as a business person say, look, my baby reproach you take it on, you try and improve. So we encourage the business people. The business people, they're also accountable for the way they conduct in the business. We encourage the young people, especially the young people. I think that event you was hosting it.
Which one?
The Congolese Youth Award, I think. Congo Youth Award, it was organized, you was there. It was organized by young people. Papa Ngoma was the one that was helping them.
Yeah.
That was my first time to go to
Yeah.
an award event organized by young people. I didn't
And
know really understand.
Amazing.
I never thought that I was going to be inspired by a 12-year-old.
Wow.
And that day I was inspired by 12, 9-year-olds that were achieving things. And I said to myself, why are we not exposing these young people in order for them to inspire the peers, the people that are the same age as them?
Very true.
Because the young ones, they lack role models. They don't people. They don't see people like themselves that are doing great. So when I went to that event, I saw that. I said to myself, we need to support this kind of initiative.
100%.
Get the young people, give them a limelight for people to see the positivity. People like yourself, you need to be exposed in the community. Sometimes I blame also those that have so made it. Once they make it, they leave the community, they don't want to be associated with the community.
Right. It's the kind of like, you know, make sure you
So they need to, those need to start making the effort as well, for them to be the light, to inspire the young ones too, because they need that. Me myself, there was time where I wanted to give up a lot of stuff that I was doing. For example, the Miss Congo and Congo Independence. I had an event back in Congolese about Bunda, and I spent a lot of money. I lost a lot of money at that event. And I was at home. I was like, nah, if I take something about Congolese, this is a coming to pass me. But you know what got me going? I had 2 messages from Bana Mike Ona Yebite. Ya Frank continue to say my ambassade or inspire Bisso. For me, it was like, if I give up, what message am I sending to these young people? I'm sending them a message telling them you can give up when obstacle comes in your way.
Well, let me ask you, just as we kind of round up, let me just ask you this. You're obviously talking a lot about support and the importance of making sure that we're supporting our own. So why would you say that people should support Solola Bien?
Because Solola Bien is giving a platform to Congolese like ourselves to showcase what's good in the community and also to debate about issues that's happening in the community in order to... Because what tends to happen after Solola Bien, the discussion doesn't finish when the show finishes. The discussion carries on in people's home. And that's what Solola Bien is doing. It's triggering people to discuss about issues they might not have discussed in a normal situation. So people are having hard conversation between themselves. They're realizing, wow, what they've just said there, this is the way I've been living my life. It might not be good. So I need to change based on probably Frank's opinion or Tresor's opinion. Do you understand? And that's the influence that we having through the words that's coming out of Solola Bien. And that's why they need to support Solola Bien.
That's right. Well, listen, before you quickly go, I have one more question for you.
Yes.
But this one is going to be a question to see just how much you know about Congo. Okay, let's test your knowledge. Okay. Question for you, Francos. What year did Belgium officially colonize the Congo?
Hey.
Kasi.
Hey. Oh,
Give us a year. Throw one out.
I wouldn't throw no year. So, to be honest, I'll put my hands up.
Come on.
Nah,
Okay,
I know
at
when.
least guess
I know
for
the
us.
independence, but
Okay, give us the independence then. Give us
1960.
All right.
That's
cool.
but I'll need to go and check that because the history I studied it when I was in primary school.
It's all right. It's all right.
And Congo.
It's all right. It's okay.
I was supporting.
It was.
By every episode, they didn't teach us to Congo. The Congolese history no more.
It's
But it's up to
absolutely
us to
fine.
follow.
Exactly. Let me tell you guys, for anyone at home as well. So Belgium officially colonized the Congo, which was a disgrace of a part of history. But it's okay. It's
You're
all right.
reading
We'll
it.
build that.
It wasn't coming from your head. You're reading it.
100%. This is from the University of Wikipedia.
Yeah.
This is not from my brain.
Exactly.
1908 was
Look
when
at
they
that.
officially
Look
colonized.
at that. That wasn't gonna come out. Hey, boy.
1908, okay.
Yeah.
And then, of course, like you said, independence 30th of June, 1960.
exact.
So, Francos, thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank
Honestly,
you.
like you have given so much wisdom,
Yeah.
so much power in what you have said. And we are so excited to see you in the brand new season and to see everything you
Look
have to
forward.
offer.
It's gonna be fire.
It's gonna be fire. It's gonna
Yeah.
be fire. So thank you so much.
Thank you,
and,
Nisi.
Just look after yourself and everything that you're doing.
Look
and
after
we'll
yourself
continue
too.
to support you.
Thank you very much.